Congratulations on making it to day 4 of reInvent. How are your feet? Mine are pretty sore, I've got to tell you that. I think it's getting up in the morning and the back of your legs, right? Exactly. Well, before we get started with a quick show of hands, so I know who's in the audience. Who is a contact center stakeholder with a show of hands? Quite a few. Fantastic. And how many of you have an AI mandate to transform your customer experience in 2026 with a show of hands? A lot. Okay, keep your hands up. What's your area of focus? Is it automation? Is it self-service? Is it agent assistance? How about all of the above? That speaks volumes, doesn't it? Yeah, my name is Sheila Smith. I'm a Principal Amazon Connect Specialist, and today I am so thrilled to be joined by Jenny DeBoot and Arpita Bhattacharya from Canada Life as they share their contact center migration to Amazon Connect and the tremendous business value that they've been able to realize through its adoption. And they're also going to give us a sneak peek in terms of what their transformation roadmap will be in 2026. So really excited to have them join us. So let me first share the agenda so you know what to expect from today's session. First, we're going to talk about some of the key considerations and challenges in turning the lofty, very lofty promises of AI into customer experience reality. Then I'm going to discuss how Amazon Connect has rapidly evolved to transform customer experience with AI natively infused throughout the customer, the agent, and the supervisor experience. I'm going to talk a little bit then about Amazon Connect's Unlimited AI Bundle that really has democratized AI in customer service. I think you'll be very interested for those that aren't aware of it. And then I'm going to be so thrilled, did I mention how thrilled I'm going to be, to have Jenny and Arpita talk about Canada Life's remarkable journey to Amazon Connect and how they've transformed their customer experience. And we're going to follow that up with a fireside chat as well to talk about some of the thought leadership that they have been able to glean through the migration to Connect. So let's get started. In 2025, and I think this was evident by the number of hands that were raised in the initial part, in 2025, organizations want and need to go big with AI, and they're really navigating that AI revolution in customer experience from lofty promises to practical realities and tangible benefits. Being able to balance automation with the human touch to really create those seamless handoffs, that more personalized CX that really needs to meet the evolving customer requirements. Now, there are a tremendous number of analysts that are talking about this revolution, and McKinsey and Gartner are really highlighting the customer experience benefits that can be gleaned through the adoption of AI and the wide implementation of AI for self-service, for automation, and for agent assistance. And here's a great example. Gartner, in a March 2025 article, predicts that by 2029, agentic AI will autonomously resolve 80% of common customer service issues. And that's without human intervention. And that will lead to a 30% operational savings. Talk about a lofty promise. Now, regarding agent assist, there is some analysis from McKinsey that says that agent assist capabilities will improve customer productivity from 30 to 50%, and CSAT, most importantly, from 10 to 20%. And this stat is really the most interesting. So Forrester's research said that when real-time agent assist is implemented in the contact center, agent CSAT scores improve by 32%, right? What's your biggest cost in the contact center? It's the agents, right? That is a phenomenal stat. Now, these AI-powered assist capabilities, they can't come at a more critical time as agent burnout and retention continue to be a top issue in the contact center. Now, according to Metrigy in this slide, 52% of organizations say that agent burnout is a very significant issue. How is agent burnout in your organizations? Is it an issue? Yeah? Yeah. So consistent with this study. By empowering agents is more than just practical improvements in time savings. It's also about driving increase in customer satisfaction as well. Now, with Agent Assist, agents save time and they're able to deliver more empathy and increase focus on customer engagement. Now, I found this study. It's a great study by McKinsey & Company, and I highly recommend that you read it. Now, success today in the modern contact center really requires striking that perfect balance between AI and human capabilities. And leading organizations are evolving from traditional transaction-type contact centers to where really routine, mundane, repetitive inquiries are common, to more advice centers. And this transformation really automates those routine, mundane types of inquiries, such as claims processing, as an example, and address changes. But at the same time, it enables human agents to really focus on those inquiries where empathy and judgment create more value. Now, the key to all of this is really understanding your customers' needs and deciding and designing those seamless handoffs between digital and human agents. And I'm guessing that this is something that's probably very top of mind to all of you right now. What is that perfect balance? Is that an accurate statement? Right? You hear so many studies that you'll be able to automate 100% of your interactions, and I suggest that that human agent isn't going anywhere for a while. Right. And the thing I'll tell you too is make sure you know your customers. Know them. This is very critical. 71% of Gen Z, and everybody knows a Gen Z, the age range, it's from 13 to 28. 71% believes that live calls are the best and easiest way to reach customer care to be able to explain their issues. I was floored by that stat, right? 71% of 13 to 28-year-olds still want to pick up the phone, excuse me. Now, 94% of baby boomers, they share this preference. And this other statistic is very important as well. 57% of customer care leaders expect call volumes to increase, not decrease, increase in the next 1 to 2 years. So know your customers. Calls are not going away in the contact center. Now, what are some of the challenges in turning AI promises into CX reality? And there are a number of them. In my conversation with customers, I continually hear about the friction points that they encounter when implementing AI across their customer journey. And see if some of these make sense to you. Disjointed implementation issues, right? I so often hear from customers that they've procured different AI solutions for different channels across their organization. And inconsistent capabilities across different touch points with varying degrees of AI maturity. Does this all sound familiar? Yeah, perfect. Now, from a customer experience standpoint, I often hear about these disjointed customer journeys. So let's use an example. Let's imagine you have a customer and their preference is automation. So their journey starts with web-based self-service. But for whatever reason, they need to escalate into agent assistance. But what happens with these disjointed systems is that there's no contextual information that accompanies the escalation. So what does that do? It forces the customer to start their journey all over again. That is not a frictionless experience, and that's absolutely something that we need to improve upon. In addition, there are varying levels and degrees of personalization across the experiences with varying AI response quality. So real issues from a customer experience standpoint as well. And pricing is complex, right? Multiple vendors, multiple contracts, multiple expiration dates, with hidden integration costs, plus very unpredictable total cost of ownership. Now, how is Amazon Connect solving for these many challenges? Well, Amazon Connect is AWS's cloud contact center solution, and I see some customers in the audience, which is fantastic. It was originally developed to meet the needs of Amazon retail for scalability and business agility. And today, we have tens of thousands of customers handling more than 16 million contact center interactions a day. So it's been a phenomenal journey. What's of interest to this conversation is that 12 billion of those minutes are being managed and optimized with AI. Last year alone, more than 12 billion minutes are being managed by artificial intelligence. Now, this scale, it's not just about the numbers. It represents real businesses solving real problems. And every single one of the logos that you see on this slide, it represents an organization that has transformed their customer experience with Amazon Connect. So whether we talk about Adidas to Capital One, or Air Canada to Canada Life, who we'll hear from today, these organizations trust Amazon Connect to handle their most critical customer interactions. Now, this is a busy slide, but really the message is Amazon Connect has evolved dramatically since we launched in 2017, really transforming from a disruptor to a visionary, and today we're a leader in the contact center industry. And we've expanded across multiple dimensions. From a communication standpoint, we've evolved from basic voice and chat to a full omni-channel solution, right? Including AI-powered customer service or self-service, and channels such as WhatsApp integration as an example. And from an agent empowerment standpoint, we've evolved from a simple contact control panel. Who's an Amazon Connect customer in the audience? You know contact control panel, I'm guessing, right? So we've evolved from the contact control panel to AI-assisted workflows and multi-agent collaboration, so a phenomenal evolution. And then from an analytics standpoint, we've progressed from very basic reporting to AI-infused analytics and automated performance evaluation. So it's been a tremendous journey. Now, in 2025, we delivered more than 200 capabilities and launches alone. And I have to tell you, it's been pretty exciting. 29 of those have been this week at reInvent. How exciting is that? Now, what's particularly compelling here? It's not really the volume of innovation, it's our strategic direction. We're heavily invested in AI integration across all aspects of the solution, positioning Amazon Connect to lead the next wave of contact center innovation. And our consistent track record of innovation backed by AWS, makes Amazon Connect your strongest choice for building your contact center vision. Now, in 2025, we decided to remove barriers to AI adoption, so we introduced the AI bundled pricing. Now, with the AI bundled pricing, Amazon and Amazon Connect delivers first-party AI across all channels with an all-inclusive AI pricing. And it's only tied to your underlying channel usage, not the AI consumption. That's really key here. And it makes it simple for organizations of any size to leverage AI across the organization. Now, if you look at the slide, this gives you some insight in terms of the AI capabilities that are included within the AI bundle. So from a self-service standpoint, this does include a number of the agentic announcements that we came out with this week, right? So we have organizations like National Australia Bank, as an example, that have been able to achieve 95% containment for telephone banking and 80% overall in the contact center. Or organizations like Air Canada, who spoke at reInvent last year, that have been able to realize containment of 78%. With the unlimited bundle, you have unlimited consumption of self-service capabilities, whether that's web-based self-service with chats or whether it's through voice interactions. Agent assistance capabilities, all of those are included, real-time suggested responses that you basically can empower your agents with to drive some of your key KPIs within your contact center. Post-context summarization. This is a very interesting one that has some real business value. Neo Financial, who is a customer as an example, was able to reduce the average handle time by more than a minute because agents no longer have to take notes. And then automated evaluations. I've got an interesting story. So we have a digital-first customer in Canada, and they decided in the summer to do a proof of concept with automated performance evaluation. Now, they do measure their agents on some unique KPIs, and one of them is promise to deliver a quotation, a travel quotation, or the delivery of a travel quotation. Now, they were not unlike many of you who probably are measuring 3 to 5% and evaluating 3 to 5% of your agents. So they thought that their agents, based on that feedback, were actually meeting 30% of all calls, either delivering a quote or promising to deliver a travel quote. Once they implemented automated performance evaluations and they were looking at 100% of the interactions, they were able to very easily, very quickly determine that that number was closer to 10%. That shows you the value of being able to look at 100% of your interactions. So they quickly spun up some training across their agent performance, across their agent population, and then rolled out agent performance across the rest of their agent population. So a great story on the business value there. Now, by choosing Amazon Connect, you will benefit from continuous improvements in AI models and methodologies and new agentic capabilities without additional decision-making or costs. And this approach really eliminates financial barriers to AI adoption. We've really democratized AI for customer service, if you think about it, right? Making it easy for you to enhance every interaction, from self-service to agent assistance to analytics, through our innovative pricing model. Now, we really think that this is going to help our customers drive even better results. We can enable the unlimited AI bundle with a single click across the entire contact center. And we're able to enable those AI capabilities that we just talked about for every single interaction with seamless integration across all of the channels. The thing to keep in mind here is that this means that continuous innovation without the need to migrate to a new platform or upgrade is within reach. And it means that you're going to have automatic access to all of our AI advancements as they are surfaced. Consider this as built-in future-proofing, right? So you can confidently move to that agentic future. Now, this is a busy slide, but I'm going to take you through it. So every event this year, you've heard a tremendous number of very exciting announcements about Amazon Connect and agentic AI. Have you sat in some of the sessions? Did everybody attend Pasquale's sessions? Very, very exciting time to be an Amazon Connect specialist. Now, we feel that our approach to agentic AI definitely sets us apart. And I'm going to share really what our approach is to agentic AI with this slide. So Amazon Connect delivers intelligent, adaptive customer experiences through our distinctive AI approach. And it really consists of 4 core components from a framework perspective. The first one is understanding, right? Understanding customer intent across all of our channels, every single channel. And then reasoning, determining what the next best actions are and based on business rules and history. And the next area is action, actually getting stuff done, right? Whether that's processing a refund or whether it's updating an account. And then memory as well, which ensures that every interaction builds on previous conversations for continuous personalized experiences. Now, these components are powered by 3 foundational layers. Knowledge, a layer which connects to customer profiles, your enterprise tools, and your systems of record. And our communication channels, which goes across the omni-channel spectrum, so voice and chat and email, SMS, social interactions, etc. And then the orchestration layer, right? That orchestration layer combines structured workflows, conversational interfaces for fluid conversations, and then AI agents for intelligent automation. We offer flexible AI options, right? So they're out-of-the-box AI agents for those simple interactions, customized AI agents for more specific requirements, and then third-party AI agents as well that can seamlessly integrate with your customer experience. And all of these are really dependent on what your actual requirements are. And all of this is wrapped within an analytics layer for sentiment analysis, context summarization, and performance metrics. Our robust observability also provides end-to-end customer history tracking and testing and simulation as well, so you can test your new flows. And an analytics data lake as well for custom reporting. The result is a solution that intelligently balances automation and self-service with human interaction. And customers can efficiently solve issues themselves, but when human judgment is needed, can escalate to an agent with full context and AI assistance to solve issues quickly and personally, right? Personalization is so important right now. And this is not about choosing. It's not about choosing between automation and human touch. It's about combining them together intelligently to create experiences that are both efficient as well as personal. And in this fashion, Amazon Connect can truly deliver on the promise of AI and turn it into customer experience reality for our customers. And now, I am so excited to be joined by Jenny DeBood, VP Contact Center at Canada Life, and Arpita Bhattacharya, who is the AVP of Contact Center at Canada Life. And they're going to share their migration journey to Amazon Connect and the business value that they've realized. So ladies.
Good afternoon, Las Vegas.
Okay, I got it.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I think all of you are enjoying reInvent, but you're enjoying Vegas a little bit too much, isn't it? They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but this 1 hour story is something for you to take back and share. So, Jenny, Sheila, amazing context, and you are right. Our Gen Zs are also preferring to pick up the phone and give us a call. That means our call volumes are not going down. And our goal is not to go ahead and take down the call volumes. It is about diversifying the channels so that we can go ahead and support that increasing demand and capacity better. And at Canada Life, we are at the pivotal peak of transformation right now. So if you don't know Canada Life is the leading financial services company in Canada, serving 14 million customers. That is 1 out of every 3 Canadians, so that we can go ahead and help them reach their potential with trusted insurance, wealth management, and health benefit solutions. I'm Arpita Bhattacharya, AVP of Contact Center Canada Life, and I am thrilled to be joined by my partner in crime, Jenny DeBood, VP of Contact Center in Canada Life, and we are going to walk you through the transformation journey that we have been through. Now, I focus on technology, and Jenny focuses on business. But we together has broken that barrier between business and technology, and we look at it as one mission, one goal. But before we jump into the journey, let's talk about the vision. Our customers' needs are constantly evolving. Yesterday they wanted to call, today they want to chat, tomorrow they would like to go ahead and have a text with us. And they actually expect more. Frankly speaking, they deserve more. And we are not going ahead and making operational excellence optional. That's a promise, and that's why all of you are here, to go ahead and fulfill that promise, either through our empowered teams or our bold innovation and data-driven insights. When it comes to Canada Life, our vision is very simple but powerful. Invest in modern, scalable technical solutions, which obviously helps us with that operational excellence and customer experience, but helps us build that future-ready organization that is ready to go ahead and scale. So all of us who are present here and is familiar with Contact Center, we want every interaction for our customer to be seamless, reliable, trustworthy, in short, best in class, right? Technology can obviously take that friction away, can automate all the manual processes. But do you just want to keep up with it? I think we all want to stay ahead of the game, right? Now, to go ahead and stay ahead of the game, we have to empower our agents with the right tools and insights so that they can go ahead and provide a better service, faster service, but most importantly, a personalized service. Now, a core of all of this is data. Data is like that compass that tells us what is happening well, what is not working, what should we focus on. In short, it helps us with smarter decisions and continuous improvement. So when it comes to Canada Life's vision, we are looking at a future-ready organization that is a combination of technology, business, data, and human expertise to go ahead and provide that operational excellence. Now, Jenny, why don't you tell us what were the problem statements that we had even before we started that journey?
Sounds good. So before we jump into contact center modernization, let me share with you a little bit of our friction points that we had in our contact center. So what we saw is our average speed to answer was up to 5 minutes. In some of our specialty queues, during our busy season, we had wait times up to 30 to 40 minutes. We had complex routing, it increased our transfer rate, and lacked personalization. To compound these issues, we had little to no self-serve options. Our customers were highly dependent on phone to answer simple questions like an address change. So when we think about our ecosystem prior to modernization, now I quote ecosystem because it was very siloed, manual, linear. We had hundreds of 1-800 numbers. Our IVR was used for basic triage of phone and email. We manually authenticated every single customer that came in the door. Our data was fragmented. This drove up costs, inefficiency, very inconsistent experiences. And as a senior leadership team, as we looked at this ecosystem, we knew transformation was not an option. It was essential for Canada Life.
Let's talk about the transformation journey, the bigger picture. 2024 was the year of the beginning. That's when we started going ahead and implementing the migration from a legacy system to a strong foundation, not just from a tech stack standpoint, but for routing, for omni-channel enablement. Now, when it comes to 2025, we have enhanced those capabilities through AI and automation so that we can improve both client and employee experiences while we are driving efficiencies, while we are reducing costs. Now, looking ahead, 2026, our goal is to enhance that channel optimization so that we can go ahead and have that same seamless experience across all channels and reach that One Canada Life vision that we were talking about. 2024 is the year to lay down that groundwork for transformation. I think it was February or March of 2024, right, Sheila? When we started going ahead and looking at what tech stack we are going to migrate from a legacy platform. And we chose the best in class with Amazon Connect, supported by Salesforce and Calibrio for workforce optimization. Now we have actually created that foundation that is needed for contact center, one that delivers scalability, reliability, the one unified customer view, and workforce optimization, very critical when it comes to contact center. Now, this actually is not just a reusable foundation that has helped us to go ahead and created that future-ready organization I was mentioning, but this also drives operational efficiency, very key for us, improve that customer experience that we were talking about, and build resiliency in future. So when we talk about modernization, a lot of us think modernization is just a technology upgrade. But is it really so? It is actually, for Canada Life, about reimagining how we serve our customers, how we empower our teams. We focused on building a strong foundation, and that is Amazon Connect, the backbone of everything that we do, which turns complexity into simplicity. Our next focus was to go ahead and have that omni-channel experience, so multi-channel enablement for our customers. The other key focus when it comes to contact center and our journey is routing, because once you have the right routing, you have the right inquiries routed to the right agents, you're reducing your transfer rates. You are going ahead and serving our customers faster. Along with that, authentication becomes very critical. Every interaction, when you're automating it or when you're implementing AI on it, has to be secure while they're being seamless. And we have also focused on a streamlined work process and workforce management, because at the back end, that is what is fueling the fast and the seamless experience of service that we are talking about. Last but not the least, something very close to my heart. I say always, measure it to manage it. Unless you go ahead and have the right monitoring and metrics, you don't know what to improve on. And that has been a game changer for Jenny and I to go ahead and run this journey. These are like small elements that are actually going ahead and creating that streamlined, linear model. From inquiry to routing to agent to support to resolution. But is it just modernization? Doesn't it sound like transformation? Transformation to build that future-ready organization that we are talking about. Now, this actually goes ahead and talks a lot when we look at numbers. So Jenny, why don't you go ahead and talk about some numbers of resiliency and efficiency that we have achieved?
Okay, this is my favorite slide. This is what we did, how we did it, who we impacted, and some efficiencies that we gained. So through contact center modernization, we updated our telephony system to AWS Connect. In addition, we created a unified agent desktop for our frontline staff. We migrated 21 business units in 7 months. We had 100% uptime or 0% downtime. We converted 150 toll numbers. We had 14 major tech deployments, 38 teams we collaborated with, and we went across over 2,000 agents across our contact center with a new unified agent desktop. Now, before I get into outcomes, I'll just share with you a little bit about our expectation. The outcomes that I will share surpassed every single business case we've had. They are phenomenal. They have leapfrogged us in our transformational journey. So we had a 94% reduction in wait time, a 10% reduction in average handle time. We saved $7.5 million in the first half of 2025. We had a 92% reduction rate in our average speed to answer. And in this year in Canada Life, in our contact centers, our average speed to answer is 18 seconds for the whole year. We reduced also our abandonment rate by 2 to 4% depending on the business unit.
Those are amazing numbers, isn't it? Now let's talk about the process efficiency that we have gained through it. 60% reduction in complexity and cost because of the unification of 3 applications to one Amazon Connect. Now, Jenny was mentioning we are supporting more than 21 business units. Our biggest friction point was having contact flows that are manual against each business unit. With this modernization journey, we went ahead and automated 101 contact flows across all business units, giving us the consistency and speed that we were lacking earlier. Now, that has resulted into an 88% reduction in cycle time, along with the CI/CD pipelines that we have built in. I mean, contact center is all about seasonal changes. Every event impacts contact center. We literally go ahead and deploy our IVR changes in minutes, and we have big deployments going on in hours. That's the kind of improvement that we have seen in our cycle time. Routing profile is the biggest pain point if you're dealing with contact center. And if you have many of them, your operation cost goes up, your maintenance effort goes up. We have reduced that by 83% just by enabling proficiency-based routing. Now, with all of this, we have reached more than 90% operational cost savings just by using the out-of-box features that Amazon Connect brings and the automated change management that we have actually seen through. Now, these are not small wins. These are transformations. These are game changers to go ahead and enable and stage that scalable, efficient organization that we are talking about. Jenny, why don't you talk about that operational efficiency and the numbers you have seen out there?
Sounds good. So I gave you some numbers of the outcomes that we saw, and I'll break down a few KPIs for you to bring it to life on how we did it. So first is we reduced our AHT per call by 47 seconds. Now, there are compounding capabilities that came together for that 47 seconds, but there was one capability that stood really tall. This was call summarization. It was our first AI capability in our contact center earlier this year, and through call summarization, you can take the call transcript, break it down into 3 or 4 sentences, attach it to the case. This reduces time within after-call work, at sometimes 0 after-call work. In addition, if that customer calls us back, we can pick up where we left off. Now, on the onboarding side, we hire over 400 agents in our contact center every single year. In 2025, we were able to reduce our onboarding by over 100 headcount. Now, how we were able to do this is we were able to create more productive staff within our contact center through new scorecards, new agent scorecards that are trustable, reliable, and we really focused on an ecosystem that focused on 2 focus coaching, 2 observational coaching, 2 call quality. We focused on what are the outcomes and the behaviors we want to see week over week, and we made our frontline staff more productive. In addition, we have significantly low attrition rates, 8% in our contact center. We also reduced our transfer rates by 2%. At the beginning of 2025, we did a comprehensive review of our IVR, shortening the time within our IVR, our prompts, making sure that our clients got to the right person the first time. Okay, now a thriving culture, it's probably my second favorite slide, okay, is around best-in-class employee experience. I've had the opportunity to work in contact centers for over 2 decades, leading contact centers for over 10 years, and I know firsthand, by giving employees the tools and resources to do their job and make it easier for them, increases our employee engagement. The last 2 years in Canada Life, we've had best-in-class employee engagement scores, and almost 5% higher than the national average in Canada Life. In addition, we've been able to improve our shrink by 4%. What we've done is we've used AWS Connect reporting to understand our shrinkage. What is the positive shrinkage we have, and what is the non-productive time that we have within our call centers from an agent level to a team level to a business level, trying to move the non-productive time into productive time like coaching, training, stand-up huddles, and we were able to do so. We took that non-productive time, moving it into productive, while bringing overall shrink down by 4%. Now, our voice of the customer survey. We have voice of the customer across every one of our contact centers. And in 2025, every attribute went up on the voice of the customer survey. In some cases, on our bigger businesses that have about 500 headcount, we've seen our voice of the customer survey go up by 12% this year based on the technology that we have implemented through contact center modernization.
Now, you all must be thinking, what is the secret sauce to this pace and success? We are going to share with you. We are really actually happy to go ahead and share that with anyone. The perfect collaboration is the first and foremost thing. And it actually exists. The collaboration between business and tech. So Jenny and I, we've always thought about contact center as one mission. We wanted to make sure that we are a twin in a box and not two in a box looking at it from two different angles. And that has helped us to go ahead and look at one goal, faster decision making. Believe us, we literally make decisions in minutes, and the right prioritization. We are handling 21 more different business units. We have life, we have wealth, retirement service. Everybody has their own requirements. So it is critical to have a reusable prioritization framework that tells us what we should go ahead and focus our energy on. Because we don't want customization, because that goes ahead and increases your operational cost. Process and planning obviously is key. But we didn't only focus on process and planning just during the journey. We went ahead and thought about how production validation will look like, how post-production SWAT team will look like. That is the level of nitty-gritty that you have to go in when you are thinking of process and planning. Then the next one is very close to our heart, the iterative approach. Think of building a house. You are actually going ahead and looking at every brick, and then when you actually build the house, it's picture perfect. That's what we did. We went ahead and looked at every brick, made sure that that is good enough, and went ahead and learned lessons from it so that we can go ahead and deliver the humongous capabilities that you will see in a few minutes. We ideated beyond delivery. We thought about change management, adoption readiness, SWAT teams supporting our teams all through. One of the key things that has helped us all through is testing and training. We had them as part of our journey, starting from requirements itself, not just at a non-functional or just as a non-prod kind of a validation. They sat with us during production releases. They sat with us after production releases. It opened up the feedback loop that is critical when it comes to this kind of a transformation. And again, last but not the least, my favorite, measure it to manage it. That has helped us go ahead and continuously empower and understand what we need to go ahead and improve. Now, Jenny, why don't you tell us about all the pillars we are looking at in 2025?
Sounds good. So in 2025, we focused on enriching our employees and customer experiences through enabling omni-channel capabilities. Now, we had 4 themes, and these themes will continue into 2026. The first theme that we focused on is seamless customer experience. We want to focus on continually having best-in-class average speed to answer, reducing our AHT, and using data to understand the friction points we're creating for our clients. Is it process, product, and/or knowledge? The next is around agent empowerment. We're going to continue to focus on giving our agent tools so they can focus on what matters, providing exceptional experience at every contact. Third is operational excellence. We're going to continue to pull down costs, use data and reporting to optimize our workforce, and then focus on omni-channel enablement. We launched chat in every single one of our contact centers this year. We're going to expand that into AI Assist across every team, every product group in 2026.
Now, let's talk about our goal that was for 2025. It's simple. enable AI-powered vision for any client, any channel, any conversation. I was talking about that linear model. We are looking at diversifying that model. So expanding self-service to click-to-call, self-service IVR, go ahead and have self-service chat. That means we are giving our customers to go ahead and reach out to us on their own terms, on their own flexibility. That is customer service, the future of it. We are also enhancing our chat and email utilization. But when you're looking at this much of AI and automation, the most critical piece is authentication, because you want your interactions secure. That orchestration and governance is what we have focused on all through this year, along with advanced analytics, because that goes ahead and tells us what the pain point is, where should we go ahead and spend our energy on. The call modeling also goes ahead and help us provide enhanced context to our agents so that they can provide that personalized service that our customers deserve. Along with that, that unified view across all channels has helped us reduce transfers and scale our contact center across multiple different business units. Now, this isn't just about transforming contact center. It's about redefining customer engagement. We are creating an AI-powered ecosystem across all channels. In short, something that anticipates the customer needs and delivers an intelligent and personalized experience at speed. A lot of times I get this question, what is your technology blueprint? And Sheila, you were mentioning about disjointed solutions. That is actually a struggle in the industry right now. For us, it is a very modular, reusable architecture that we have built in, something that is designed to accelerate and help us with any innovation, be it AI or non-AI. On the top, it is all about operational excellence. We have our backbone of Amazon Connect, along with Salesforce and Calibrio to help us with the workforce optimization. When it comes to the core, we are looking at LLM models, Bedrock, Lex, Lambda, to provide us with that intelligent, personalized information that is needed to go ahead and provide that experience to our customers. And last but not the least, knowledge bases, API integrations, SharePoint integrations, monitoring and metrics. These are all key because all of us has to go ahead and integrate with our backends to provide that 360-degree view that we are looking at. Last is data. Very critical, because unless you have your data integrated, you won't be able to go ahead and maintain or sustain this architecture. Now, if you look at this blueprint out here, it is not just a blueprint or not just an architecture diagram that I have here. It is a strategy to go ahead and lead us to that scalable model that we are talking about, where we can go ahead and have a personalized conversation on just picking up the phone. Jenny, why don't you walk us through the whole capabilities that we have done in 2025 and what we are looking forward to 2026?
Sounds good. So our contact center transformation team had a very robust roadmap in 2025. We looked at IVR validation, call summarization, voice to text, self-serve IVR, click-to-call, chatbots, and schedule callback, and a few in between. And in 2026, we'll continue this momentum. I'll name a few here. One is we're going to focus on next best action, conversational IVR, agent assist, custom summarization, and fraud detection. In 2026, we're going to accelerate our innovation, creating a competitive advantage for Canada Life in the marketplace.
That's an amazing journey slide, isn't it? They say numbers never lie. But for us, numbers speak volumes. I'm going to bring to life a very recent implementation that we have done. We have very recently done an implementation of our first ever AI assistant, a chatbot called Callie. And we have seen a consistent containment rate of 83%. That means 83% of those interactions was answered by the chatbot themselves and didn't get escalated to the agents. Now we are freeing up agent time for complex interactions. We have seen a call deflection of 1,900 calls per week. Think about that in a year. Along with that, we have seen 80% of customer positive feedback responses. That tells us how happy customer is with the chatbot that we have recently built. Now, this isn't just automation or AI. This is intelligent engagement. This has improved efficiency, experience, literally delivered value and business impact on day one itself, and we have seen it consistently. Now, the chatbot numbers are amazing. Think what AI has been delivering to us in last few months. So Sheila was talking about how our AI space is evolving, right? Sheila, I think we talked about generative AI 3 months back, and we are now talking about agentic AI. So it's a very evolving space. Canada Life has been in this AI journey, steady state, for 2 months. And in this 2 months itself, we have seen after-call work reduction of 25 seconds. Our authentication, automated authentication, goes ahead and has taken care of 37% of authentication. We have seen a cost savings of $0.5 million just by doing AI for only a few business units. Now, that is not just small win. What that tells us is AI is not a buzzword. AI is no more a hype. AI is real, delivering measurable, actionable outcomes to us for that smarter, faster experience that we want to go ahead and give it to the customer. Now, what does that mean to Canada Life in next 5 years? I mean, I will say driving impact at scale, but let's look at numbers. We are looking to cut down our average handle time by 1.1 minute per call. We are looking at a reduction of 200,000 call volume. That will result into a cost savings of $43 million. Now, this isn't just transformation. It is setting up a new standard of customer experience. We are building a future-ready model that defines efficiency and intelligence, where AI-driven personalization, automation, and human-centric design converge to shape up the next era of customer engagement. My friends, the future of service is here, and Canada Life is not just leading it. Canada Life is shaping it to put people first and redefine what exceptional customer experience actually means. Thank you so much. Sheila, over to you.
Oh, great. Well, congratulations. That was phenomenal. What a remarkable achievement to be able to migrate to Amazon Connect in 7 months amidst those stringent compliance requirements, phenomenal, and those incredible business results. So a significant result, $7.5 million in savings in the first half alone, just really phenomenal. You and your team should be congratulated and certainly recognized.
Thank you.
I want to move forward now to our fireside chat. We've got a few minutes right now. I have a few questions, and we'll make it a little bit shorter than typical because we're running out of time here. Jenny, your team achieved phenomenal results in only 7 months. What were the sort of decisions that you needed to make to be able to make that happen? And if you can just share the methodology with us.
Sounds good. So we gave you a fair bit of our secret sauce, but I'll give you the Mac sauce. So the Mac sauce here is really around, when me and Arbita started out our contact center modernization journey, we made a strategic decision. We had to deploy 21 businesses in 7 months. We had to execute with speed and impact. So what we did is we made a blueprint of technology and out-of-the-box capabilities that every single one of those 21 businesses would get. And we did not customize anything unless it impacted their day-to-day work or was causing non-productive time. This blueprint also allowed us to move quickly because we were able to create one sign-off with our risk partners. We didn't have to go and get a new business case for the 21 business units. It was just one that we needed to deliver on.
Great, fantastic, and I love that. Very methodical in terms of your approach, and you got results. Excellent. So Arbita, the next question is for you. Change management is often very difficult in large enterprises. So how did you approach training and adoption for your agents so they were prepared with the new system?
That's a great question, Sheila. I mean, in my 20 years in the industry, change management has been a problem that everyone struggles with when it comes to transformation. When it comes to change management in large-size organization, it is not just about technology and business. It is about people and culture. So the 3 key principles that Jenny and I decided on was clarity, capability, and confidence. But the first and foremost is clarity. We made sure that we have a bold narrative to tell everyone why this change is happening, how will this empower our agents, what is the customer experience will be. Transparency is critical because that goes ahead and reduces the inconsistency, the uncertainty, and that builds the trust. The next thing for us was capability. Training is obviously very critical, but at the same time, we just didn't create generic solutions. We went ahead and created role-based training. We created literally a daily life in a scenario for our agents so that they can go ahead and use it and leverage it. We had an adoption and readiness team all through our journey who not only helped them to go ahead and be up and running on day 0, but actually be there with them post-production. Last but not the least was confidence. We have the agents as a part of our journey. We have early adopters who acted like champions. Now, normally early adopters are part of business testing. We have them enabled from our requirements phase itself. Now, they felt heard. They actually felt a part of the process. They felt that their voice for improvement is actually being heard and we are doing it together. So when it comes to Jenny and I about looking at change management, our key is empathy. We believe that a change is actually more emotional than operational. And having the agents as part of the process, rather than just being a mandate, has been a game changer for us.
And that's fantastic thought leadership. Bring the agents along, ensure they have a stake in the outcome, and that will set you up for success. Fantastic thought leadership. The last question I'll pose to both of you. What's exciting you about what's next for Canada Life in your transformation journey? Jenny?
Okay, I have 2. I'm hoping I don't steal one of yours. But last week, Wednesday at 1 a.m., we launched Callie, our AI-assisted chatbot, within an authenticated space with a contact deflection of 83%. This was across 3 of our business units. I want to take Callie across every single one of our business units and product groups. Next is Agent Assist. So our knowledge is very fragmented in Canada Life. My frontline staff has to go to procedures, SharePoint sites, tons of duplication. I can't wait until knowledge is at their fingertips, one-stop shop.
Fantastic.
You stole the words from my mouth, Jenny. Callie and Agent Assist is something that I'm excited about too. But what excites me the most is bringing in conversational AI. Think about Callie is the newest member of our contact center team, and think about her becoming the conversational Callie. And I'm actually looking forward to the predictive analytics that Amazon Connect is bringing in.
Love it.
Because when it comes to conversational AI, predictive analytics, and data analytics together, imagine the power these 3 capabilities can bring in together to reshape the future. I'm actually waiting for the moment next year when we can go ahead and say, we have reshaped, or rather reinvented, customer service on its own.
I like the play in words. Well, thank you so much to you both. Fantastic thought leadership, fantastic results, and it's a story that did need to be told, and you told it. So congratulations to you both. Thank you. So that concludes our session today. I would encourage you to complete your survey. Your feedback is important to us, and it does inform our future sessions. Jenny, Arpit, and I will be available out in the hall if anybody has any questions. But thank you for being such a fantastic audience as well.